Today, we are highlighting Small Business Week with Maloney, the president and CEO of American Investment Council, that is a private equity group that invests in small companies. We are pleased to have you here. What makes private equity different from other investments in small businesses?
Well, thanks for having me on today, Angie. Small businesses start with a great idea, and this is where private equity plays a role. Private equity does two very important things to businesses. One, it provides the capital they need to grow. So that's the capital to expand, hire new employees, to buy technologies, to market their wares. And the second thing they do, and one of the most important things that private equity does, is they create a partnership with the leadership team at the small business. That means they mentor, they work side by side to identify challenges, solve problems, figure out how to expand the business. So it's this kind of partnership that really makes these private equity-backed small businesses thrive and become really positive contributors in the communities where they operate.
What are some of the downsides? Because investors want results and nothing comes for free.
Well, that's true, but I think one of the unique things about the model of private equity is the partnership model. Oftentimes you can go to a bank or another lending facility and you can just get the money. But the unique thing about a private equity partnership is that we have experts in whatever company that you're trying to operate that work side by side with you to work through problems. So several years ago when we had COVID challenges, when you didn't have customers coming into stores, when the supply chains were disrupted, the partners at the private equity firms sat down with these businesses to figure out how to work through these challenges. So it's a really different model and one that I think works successfully over the long run.
Could you give us some examples of private equity-backed companies?
Well, I'll give you a great example. We just talked to the CEO of Zaxby's in Georgia. If you think about that company, it started in Athens, Georgia, just making chicken fingers to sell to a University of Georgia crowd. And then it expanded over time using private equity backed dollars. So now I think they operate in more than 27 states across the country. They have hundreds of stores. And it just started with one idea and one person in Georgia. And now they have a great program. They have great employee training. They have great benefits there for their employees. They have 401k plans, and it's a real success story. And you've got those multiplied across the country, whether it's Velvet Taco down in Dallas, Texas, whether it's any kind of kids toy stores, it's landscaping companies, plumbing companies, collision companies, all these small companies and communities across America are benefiting from private equity dollars.
Is there anything that elected leaders can do to help private equity investing in America?
Well, Angie, I think we can all agree that policymakers support small businesses. But one of the things and one of the messages that we take to policymakers in Washington, D.C. and state capitals across the country is that they need to make sure that they don't create more regulatory red tape that inhibit the ability of private capital to flow to these small businesses, because that's what we need in this economy. We need these companies to grow, and they need the capital to grow, and that's the message we're sending to Washington.
Thank you for your time today.
Thanks for having me on today.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.